Greetings, family. Greetings to every one of us. Hope we are all doing great on this wonderful Sabbath blessed day for you and I to circle around YAHUAH'S eternal blessed throne and to just get our soul, spirit, and body filled with His eternal divine knowledge. With YAHUAH, eternal divine blessed world, whereby He created the whole thing. By His spoken word, everything you can access today came into existence. Genesis chapter 1, whereby He says, "Let there be," and there was. Okay, there was. If only we can accumulate this system, power of YAHUAH, into our daily routine, lifestyle, I tell you, whatever that is dead, whatever that is lifeless will also come into being. Remember, He said, "Let us make man in our image, in our likeness." So, in full essence, what YAHUAH is saying, these people we are going to make, they're going to also do things like us. They're going to also, of course, do things just like us. They're going to, declare things like us, and it will come into being. That is the power of YAHUAH. And again, only in YAHUAH's presence we pull things right. Only in His presence, there we get answer for whatever question hanging around any area of our life. In His presence, we just get that answer. And where is YAHUAH's presence? The royal law, the Bible. As soon as you open into it, that is His presence you invite into your life. As soon as you just open the Bible, you just open to YAHUAH's mind. You log in into His mind. You want to know what He says about this or what He says about that. Like a citizen, North Africa, Nigeria precisely, where law don't count. Okay, but like this here where I lived, every citizen definitely practice, study the laws of the land. Why? Because they don't want to be a victim. They don't want to be a naive. They don't want to be ignorant of what the laws require from them. So they will study their laws and their rules and their regulations in order for them not to be a victim. Because if you don't, and you mistakenly you break any of it, it's going to cause you pain. It's going to cause you some injury. Somehow, of course, that is going to be a lifetime experience in you. So to avoid all those negativities, you will simply study the law and know what the laws require for you. And you will know what the law wants you to do and what the law also wants you not to do. There was a day, quickly let me chip this in. I never knew that when the light is still red, even though cars are not coming, you are not allowed to cross the zebra cross. So there was a day I run into that, but I was ignorant of this law. I never knew. So I was standing right at the zebra cross, waiting for the light to be green. But when I look at the side, no car were coming. I said, okay, let me quickly cross over since there is no car coming. Before you knew it, I never knew police was even standing, by me there. A police without uniform. He ran after me. Hey, 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 hey. He just ran, he chased after me. I said that I break the rules. I said, but no car will come. He said, it is not my right to cross the zebra cross when it's red. It is your right when it's green. When it's red, which means if you see the sign there, the draw past a person, and the light in that person simply be red. When it's red, stop. It's not your time. But when it's green, yes, of course, it's your time to cross over. Everybody has time to cross over in anything. But I want to double cross. I want to use other people's time. I got found. I paid that day. They said I paid so amount, or you go to prison. Right away, I paid 50 euro. That could be how many years ago? It could be 12 years ago. I paid right away because I don't want to go and sleep in the prison For my ignorance, right away, I paid 50 euros. So since then, I never tried that. Why? Because I knew already. You see? So I don't want that mistakes to happen again in my life. So why, in full essence, why are we saying this? In like one of the royal law, if you study, you will know what you need to do and what you don't need to do. And sometimes you're gonna be doing something out of ignorance. My people perished for lack of knowledge. You see? So I wasted my 50 euro that day because I refused to be knowledgeable about the laws of the Netherlands. So when I learned that in a very hard way, with 50 euro, you know what that is? It hurt me so bad. I cried. Again, let me also say another thing, but this is very long time ago. That if you don't have ticket, you don't have to board no tram or metro. This one was about how many years ago? I was already a believer. I can't lie. Okay, but that day I don't really have. Um, no, yes, this should be about how many years now? Could be around 18 years. It's long. I don't do that. Of course, nobody is going to tell you not to do it because when you got found, nobody is going to tell you a thing I should have been paid just €2 for. I paid 38 euros. Yeah, this was it. I bought a ticket that was correct, just one way. Meanwhile, I need two way. I thought I was smart. I bought one way. That one took me there. So when I was coming, in fact, it expired already. It expired. The ticket expired already. I still use strong head because I want to save money. I still use strong head. Not that I want to save money. Actually, I was not having coins to buy another one. But I have money. But I don't want to change it. That was it. I said, okay, let me just use it now. It's still with me now. They will not know. Then I enter. Before you knew it, the checker just came in. And they begin to check everybody's tickets. The reason why they also gave me that 38 euro is because they see that that ticket was newly bought. I bought just that it can't carry me back. I should have been buying two. So when they check, they say, oh, no, sorry, this ticket expired more than a while ago. It's no more valid. You need to buy another. I said, really? Oh, I don't know. Meanwhile, I know. I don't know. They said, oh, sorry. I said, okay, can I buy it? He said, no. Now you're going to pay Buta. The reason why you also pay this less Buta fund is because you bought, just that it can't take you back. If I didn't buy it, I could have been paid maybe 80 euro to 90 euros. I paid 38 euro that day. I cried. I see somebody died because that money was so big a thing. I should have been spending just 2 euros. Now I have to spend 38 euros. I cried my life. Since then, I never tried it. So these two experiences of mine, I learned it in a very hard way. It lost me. It lost me my hard and working money. So I don't do it. So let's take it now down to Bible. Let's take it down to spirituality. So whatever you are ignorant of, is gonna cause you sometime in life, sometime eternal pain, injury. So that is why it's very good. Study the law and study the book and apply it into your life. You see, when I learned those two, incidents in a very hard way, I don't try it anymore because I don't want them to cut me, and I don't want no problem. So that is how that is a picture or illustration I can just give about the royal law. So study and know where you are. If not, the wind is going to be tossing you left and right, unknowingly. So I quickly want to chip this in. Life application, life testimony is also needed. Thank you, Abba. Bless your holy mighty name. Thank you for such a wonderful day as today we, your children, the elect, the Lordship of Israel, gather, circle around you to know and hear your eternal blessed voice and to know your very mind for us, and so that we can apply that into our life. And by your special grace, we're going to be the sons and the daughters you want us to be. Hallelujah, in your mighty name. Thank you, Abba. Love you so much because you first love us. All right, now, family, like I promised on the Shabbat that we will be doing the finishing, though I said midst of the week, which is tomorrow, but tomorrow I will be so busy. But today, nothing doing. I said, okay, let me just switch into today. I should have been doing this finishing part tomorrow, but tomorrow so busy, no chance for that. But today there is a chance, so I, you know, bring it into today. So I want to do the leftover part, and a brother also. I don't know because of course, that is why it's very good to listen to one another, and because of the question of this brother, another topic is out. Okay, I think that should be the final because I thought I want to do just one on the Shabbat, which is the last one. But this brother brought some topic. He's an obedient, but he talked good. Not those toxic one. I said, okay, I will take this as a full subject in order for you to know why am I against Obi. That is what the question he asked me. I said, but I just brief it a little bit. The reason why I can't support Obi, the reason why I'm not with him, the reason why I stand with Tinubu. He said, but why? You don't need a better Nigeria? Because from the way you talk, I can see you have knowledge of the Bible. Are you against good thing? I said, for me, I belong to no party to start with. Any person that can fix Nigeria, that is the one I know. I don't belong to any party. It is you people that belongs to party. He said, okay. Now he was also trying to bring out another thing. I said, okay, all your question will be answered in one video. Since you brought it, it will be answered in one video. So the brother is really interested. So because of him, I will do that. That should be next week. The one I wanted to stop with should be the one I will be doing on the Shabbat. I wanted to also blend it up because we're not beginning to discuss. He now said, okay, why can't I just do this as part 2? Because it said in that subject, I put a lot of scriptures, but the main title, I didn't address it. Now I want to rush into another title. Why can't I just title this as part 2? And I said, brother, that makes sense. I will title it part 2. So that is why I titled this one as part 2. If you listen to the other one, I didn't say no part. But it said I didn't address the scriptures I just quoted. You are rushing into another point of the 46 angels. It said that 46 angels of Christ Okafor should be on its own. Why putting the two together? And I said, okay, fine. I submit to what you said because I found sense in it. So now we are doing the part 2. Okay, we are doing the part 2. I love somebody that talk that it's say iron sharpens iron. Regardless what I'm also learning. So not for those people that will just be that will just come and be talking nonsense, that a thing that doesn't make sense. It's not happy at all. So that's it. All right, now here we are in the heavenly court room of Abba Yahuwah with this powerful message already titled for you and me. Nigeria Christian, pure evidence that Jesus Christ can't answer prayer. Their failed prophecies origin. 1 Kings chapter 18, Matthew chapter 7, verses 21 through 23, part 2. So now it's part 2. So I'm going to create I will do it together whereby people will be still able, especially in YouTube, because this brother viewed me from YouTube. So I'll put it together. We just create a title for this video and the other one and make it part 2, 1 and 2 now. Since I didn't title that one part 1. Though it's still going to be so easy for you to see that they are one message. Okay. So this is part 2. So family, I encourage you. It is very much possible you come in contact with this part 2 and haven't yet listened to part 1. I encourage you to go and do just that. That one we did it on a Shabbat. 2 days ago, I'll be 3 days ago. Today is Tuesday. 3 days ago, whom you call Saturday. So we did it on the Shabbat. So this is the final part of this. On the Shabbat, we will not do the vision. Christ, is it Christ? Yeah, Christ Okafor saw that he saw 46 angels carry Peter Obi to Aso Rock. Not just only that, a full bottle of oil will be poured on his head. And not just only that, that a Nigeria flag where the materials they used to sew agbada, that overall dress of agbada, they now use Nigeria flag to sew agbada and put it on Peter Obi. And then Jesus now said he has chosen Peter Obi to save Nigeria. Oh no, from this hardship. So we're going to be doing the 46 angels versus just one angel. in Revelation 20, because 46 angel, I neck, ranked all. They beat that 46 angel. They beat every single prophecy. They just, put everything in the dustbin and still walk through. So we want to do that. What are we doing? The origin of their failed prophecy. That was where that brother was just, hitting on. He said, I want to know the origin of their failed prophecy. He said, because the pastors that prophesy on this ground, on this very matter, we are so they are too much to be ignored. He said, from then I begin to pick sense that something definitely is wrong with this ground that he is now. He said something. He said that is where he now made up his mind. I want to learn. I want to know why. If Jesus is a good Messiah, why is he allowing people to be deceiving us, raising our hope for nothing? He said, so he began to see reasons to that something definitely is wrong. So with natural I cannot assess it for now. He said, but I can't lay my finger on it. I said, me, I'm done with Christian. It is their God and their Messiah me I'm dealing with now. I'm exposing them because Christian is a baby now. It is Poco Jesus and the snake Allah is I'm dealing with now, because that is the authority. People prophesy through the power of Jesus and the name of Jesus. You can't ignore that. You can't just ignore that. So this is part 2. So let's just begin to do the leftover part. Meanwhile, I would still like to put some verses that I've already done in the part 1. I want to do it again here because I also found out in that part 1 I should have been quoting Titus chapter 2 verses 11. I say myself also quoting Timothy chapter 2 verses 11. So what was that? That was an error. So I want to correct that error. Alright, now I would still like to add this because this one is eye opener, like I said in part 1. Okay. Titus now chapter 2 verses 11. For the grace of Yahuwah that bringeth salvation hath appeared to all men. So this grace, it appears to all men. This grace simply appears to every single soul if only you can see it. But if you are not seeing it, that is where the problem lies. That somebody is going to be telling you Kukambu's story. Somebody is going to be telling you this is how the grace works and this is how it doesn't. But if it appeared to you and it's ready to appear to you right now, it's only for you to open your mind and see him. That's it. Very simple as that. Because this grace, I'm going to be using holy apostles. If you check it out, all the 12 apostles, the way that grace appeared to them, in like manner it appeared to me. It does not appear to them in a very special way and appear to me in a very normal way. No. It's simply called salvation. You know what is called salvation or who is called salvation? That is the name of the biblical Messiah, not of Jesus. Salvation simply means Joshua. John 5:43, he said, I come in my Father's name. Of course, every one of us do carry our Father's name, isn't it? Only bastard that doesn't know their father, don't carry their father's name. Yahushua blend his father's name with his own. Yahushua, his father's name is Yahuwah, meaning what? I am that I am. Exodus 3:15, Exodus 3:13 through 15. Now his son came. We will see that in Matthew chapter 1. You're going to see it very clear over there. He said he will save the world. He will save his people. That is his name, Savior. Salvation. Emmanuel. That is his name. This is actually his own name. Emmanuel simply means God is with us. When God is with us, he's going to deliver you. Yahushua simply means Yahuwah is salvation. So what Yahuwah is salvation is going to save you from every debt you can't. It's going to save you from the depth of the link of fire. No one would even dare to pay that. He alone does that. Okay, now, so the grace appear to every one of us. In fact, all the men of the book, holy men of the Bible, the way it appears to that is how it's also appeared to me. Regardless, man or woman, it appears all in the same way. The only place we get special grace will not be when you are passing through persecution. When you are facing difficult times, you can't handle it. When there is thorn on your flesh, the devil is attacking you. Therefore, a sufficient grace is going to be given unto you. A sufficient grace will be given unto you to deal with that situation. That is why when you see yourself passing some difficulties, you will not begin to see yourself smiling on top of it. And by so doing, a special grace or sufficient grace has already been released on you to handle that situation. So that is the only way we can get special grace. Special grace is meant for to face or to deal with persecution. But the grace that appeared to every one of us is simply just not Christian, because Christians don't know him. Okay? So open your eyes, see, because it's appearing. So quickly, let's also rush down to Hebrew, because I love this part so much. Before we start doing the leftover part, Hebrews chapter 1, verses 1 and 2. Yahuwah, who at sundry times and in diverse manners spake in time past, you know what that is? In time past, in time before the Messiah, in time past, Old Testament, okay, the system of the old, in time past, unto the fathers by the prophets. So this was the method that Yahuwah was using those days. If you want to communicate, of course, he will send the prophet. Read the book, you will see everything over there. He don't communicate to individual. No, it's only one person will be communicating. Those are the one we call seers or prophet. You see, when the King David, mighty king like that, he can't. And by Yahuwah, we are not communicating. He has to send a prophet to Prophet Uriah. He sent it to him, or the seer. Tell him that I see what he did. You slept with Bathsheba, Uriah's wife, and you killed him. This is what I'm also going to do, you see. So that was how actually Abayawa is communicating. Those days. Now, let's see how he's doing it now. This is the one you need to know. Now, verses 2. Had in these last days, this Bible is written over 2,000 years ago, okay? As in these last days spoken unto us by what? By his son. This is the medium. This is the new and eternal and the final system of Abba Yahuwah. He cannot communicate to you in any through all these mad people, all these bastards. He can't. He don't use them anymore. He's done with this method. A prophet is done with this system of prophets. Now, how is it he's speaking to you through his son? How is it speaking to you when his son is the word? He said the word of Abba Yahuwah became flesh and dwelt among us. He is the word. He is the word of Abba Yahuwah. Abba Yahuwah, his word is not turning into flesh. Is the word. The word now became flesh and dwelt among us. That is the word of Abba Yahuwah. So through his word, he speaks to us. And this is how he's speaking to us. He can speak to you through dream. When you finish prayer, you just go to your bed, you begin to minister. Devil is also, capitalizing on this system, okay? That is why you must be very careful. Now, through vision, he is speaking to you. Now, through prayer, when you are just, pray or worship, he will just drop his word in your heart. He's doing it directly. He's having, that was why I said salvation is personal. I don't know what this Jesus pastor's prophet is doing. The only job they should have been doing is to lead you to him. After they lead you to the Messiah, they will that's it. Teach you how to study Bible. Don't for that to be saying we are seeing special vision. If you don't pay 1,000, you can't have a husband. If you don't pay this, you can't have a wife. That is complete nonsense. Come and sow it. You don't see all the badadash, prophecy. You don't see it. So I need to make this part very clear. I am not engaged Obi in a personal level. I'm not engaged him. I don't even know him. He don't know me. Okay, but it is this prophecies level. I've never seen Obi coming out to reject all this title they are giving to him. So that is my problem. So according to that brother, I will explain all in that video, so that everybody will know the ground they are standing. Now, I quickly want to ask a question before we start doing the leftover part. Now, the way this very matter is now, all this their prophecy. You know how many pastors they are professor, and this very thing was a high opener for many. Now, listen. Can you imagine? They even said Tunubu won't be sworn in. Some say he's going to be arrested that day, especially this Ode, Kisley Okowe. Said he will be arrested. May 26th, this will happen. The court will give statement. What statement did the court give that favor will be in favor article? No, not even one. Rather, they got found. They got found and they give them buta. Now, he said May 29th. He said it will not happen. It won't be sworn in. All of them. So now, eventually was sworn in. It's moving now. Okay. Now, can you imagine? with this their demonic prophecy, how many marriage they have destroyed, how many life ambitions they are destroyed. Because whatever you want to do, I know you always go to your pastor to seek guidance. And will your professor lie to you and say, no, God said that business is not going to good. It will be good for you. You're going to run into debt. Don't do it. Meanwhile, that could be the very business that's going to shoot you on high. That could be the very business that is going to break causes of poverty out of your life utterly. They will remote you. They will redirect you to or not a wrong ground. Just see this. No, just put this one down into consideration and begin to ponder over it. What is their prophecy actually means? Can you imagine how many families being destroyed through this their false prophecy? Can you imagine how many marriages being destroyed through this their false prophecy? Can you imagine how many relationships being destroyed through this prophecy? Because a man will come to your way. First of all, you want to seek your pastor guideline. A woman you found, maybe you wanted, first of all, you want to seek your pastor guideline. And you will go there. He will just talk you out of it and say, God said it's not your wife. Meanwhile, that person is the rape, is your missing rape. And God said it's not your husband. Meanwhile, that person is your very Adam. Do you see how they are destroyed? Use this wicked prophecy to destroy lives. Do you know how many lives they have destroyed? Let me tell you, that day, witches and wizards, over 300 of them came out and bragged. They also prophesied. They bragged and said Tinubu will swear, they would be sworn in. They said they're going to protect Tinubu. They're going to make some sacrifices that would definitely make Tinubu to be sworn in. So what are we saying in full essence? Even witches and wizard prophesy came to pass. Was Tinubu sworn in? Yes. Witches associations, they took it upon themselves and said Tinubu must be a Nigeria president. Whether you like it or not, is there already. So witches and wizards, bragged about their wicked power, and it came to pass. So Christian Jesus Christ pastor, what happened to their own prophecy? Now they are dragging one another to court. They are bringing loads of evidence to the court. So eventually, I know you won't win because you are on the ground of blasphemy. Okay, let's put that one aside. Let's say so. If you win, you're going to tell me Jesus fought that battle? That is complete nonsense. Jesus never fought that battle. That battle was being fought with your own money. Is lawyer Jesus now? Is lawyer your Jesus? Why did Jesus do it in a spiritual dynamic way that doesn't involve lawyers? Abba, once I'm a jealous YAHUAH, his glory don't share. So we're going to be saying lawyer fought it, I got it back, like the other one you did in your governorship, whatever. Lawyer also fought that. I don't know what is wrong with this man. Lawyer also help him to retrieve the other one, but this one is, you can't retrieve this one, honestly. You can't. So I will do that video apart. All right, now, so let's see the origin of their failed prophecies. The origin of their failed prophecies. And the other one, Nigeria, Nigeria, if we have to give a word, in fact, Christian in the whole world, if we have to give prayer warriors award, we should have it should have been given to Christian. Why? Because they prayed, especially this Tinubu. Or the whole world was watching. But what happened? Nothing. Their prayer were rejected, unanswered. So why? Now, the origin of their failed prayer, unanswered prayer, and failed prophecy. Listen now. Exodus chapter 23, verses 13. Be careful to do everything I have said to you. Do not invoke the names of other gods. Do not let them be held on your lips. It is an abomination. Now, the Abba YAHUAH said he forbid that. Don't invoke the name of other gods. If you do, it is going to be shame and disgrace. If it ends there, it will be better. But some is going to end in the grave. And some is going to lead them to the eternal link of fire. Why? Because these other gods can't save you. They don't have the ability to save you. They don't have that power to redeem you. They can't do nothing good for you. They are only there to deceive you to the grave. And Poku Jesus, Christian God is other gods, and Poku Jesus is other gods. And they will be forbidden that this name shouldn't be heard at all in their lips. neither for you to be invoking it. You see, because it's another God, they invoke that name, is not working. It's not working. What is hurting me the more, it is our Bible they carry it. Because they don't carry our God, they don't carry our Messiah. But they carry our Bible in disguise to be deceiving people. That is the pain in it. That hurts me. Christian God is the snake in Genesis 3. This is where the judgment lies. And this is what we are going to see now in the book of Kings, chapter 18. Deuteronomy 18, 20 through 22. But a prophet who presumes to speak in my name anything I have not commanded him to say, or a prophet who speaks in the name of other gods must be put toward death. It is death penalty. 21. You may say to yourselves, how can we know when a message has not been spoken by Yahweh? How are you going to know? Now, see the criteria. If what a prophet proclaims in the name of Yahweh does not take place or come to pass, he said that is the thing he has not spoken. Now, all this presidency, prophecy, do you know how many of them? Tell me now which one come to pass. Not even one. Not even one. So what is their judgment? Death penalty. Why? Because they speak in the name of other gods. The gods of Christian is another god. It is the serpent in Genesis 3 that is deceiving the whole world. Let's put some more. Alright, if you have time, you can just study Genesis chapter 15, but I'm going to be jumping over, I think, from verses 1 through 15, but I want to go to where the sacrifice is, okay? Verses 9 or so. And he said unto him, take me an ephah of 3 years old. Ephah simply means a female cow, okay? And a she goat. You see another female femininity over here. And a she goat of 3 years old. And a ram. A ram is a male child, okay? Of 3 years old. And a turtle dove and a young pigeon. This turtle dove and young pigeon always it goes for you will see that in Leviticus chapter 12, excuse me, it always goes for child dedication. You will see it over there. So you see 3 categories whereby Abba you want to begin to make it so clear, even right from the beginning, that Father Abraham is going to be dealing with 3 women because it has to do with children, inheritance over here, where Baba Yawa promised that he's going to give him the land of Canaan, all this place, and he is going to give it unto him. Now said, who is going to inherit it? I don't have no child of my own. Is it Eliezer of Damascus? Abba Yawa said, no. You're going to be having child from your own power. So this is what the covenant actually means. So what happened after he had done this sacrifice? Therefore, a foul spirit came. That is the God of Christian. A foul spirit came. 10. And he took upon, okay, laid them together one another. You see, we are all together. They are using our Bible. Islam is also using our Bible. Because all the sacrifice is put in one place. He put them upon one another. How? 3 women. You will see that in Genesis chapter 25, Hagar, Keturah, and Mama Sarah. And also the book of Yashir, you also see it over there 25, from verses 1 through 14. They are also there. They will be sent to the east. Let me see if there will be enough time to read it. 11. And when and okay, after you have okay, now 10. And he took unto him all this and divided them in the midst and laid each piece upon against another, but the bells divided he not. 11. And when the fowl came down upon the carcass, Abraham drove them away. This foul spirit is the God of Christian. He wanted to come and claim all the sacrifice of the 3 lineage, 3 people that is going to be coming from Father Abraham. He wanted to claim all. He chased him away because it's not for you. You couldn't come with fire. 12. And when the sun was going down, who is the sun? When you go to a book of Yashar, you're going to see it over there, because Abraham sent them away, both Ishmael and Christian, the mother of Christian, Keturah. They gave them to the God of their mother, because the God of their mother is an abomination. He chased them out of the family. Now, he said when the sun go down, when Christian go down, Islam will pick it up, the moon. Christians sun worship. That is the origin of their Sunday worship. Sunday, the day of Sunday, day to worship sun. Listen, when the sun was going down, a deep sleep fell upon Abraham, and lo, an aura of great darkness fall upon him. Come on now. In the night, what comes? Who rules over the night? The moon. Allah is the moon god. This is the gods of their mother. I'm revealing unto you because Allah, Hagar, is from Egypt. She was being sent back to the gods of her father, which is the moon god Allah. And Christian was being sent to the east from where the sun set, which is their god, also the god of the sun. It's another Allah. Okay, so they were being sent out of the family. So what happened now? When the sun go down, the moon will take over. That is the Sharia law. The origin of their faith prophecy. That is what I'm relating unto you now. So quickly, let's rush down to where Abba Yahweh confirmed this covenant with fire. 16 now. But the fourth generation, okay, is still talking about how we're going to be misled and enslaved by pharaohs and all that. Pharaoh is the power of politician. 17. And it came to pass that when the sun went down, completely Christian is gone, and it was dark, that is Islam, behold, a smoky furnace and a burning lamp that passed between those pieces. So what happened? Fire. This is where Yahweh begin to answer his people by fire. 18. And in that same day, Yahweh made a covenant with Abraham, saying, unto thy seed have I given this land, from the rivers of Egypt unto the great river, the river Euphrates. You see, so it's about to inherit the land. And we see now by now that the seed of serpent feed the whole earth. Genesis chapter 6, Yahushua said that is the sign of his coming, the days of Noah and the days of Lot. So what happened? In the days of Noah, the whole world were being destroyed. Only 8 people saved. So we are those 8 people, the seed of serpent. All these people you are saying that they are prophets, they are the seed of serpent. You see, so this is where we see that Abba Yahweh answered first time by fire. And this is where Eliyahu, the man of Yahuwah, the true prophet, this is where he saw that any God that answered by fire, that is the true one. We see the Christian God descended, but he couldn't answer by fire because he's a foul spirit. He's a wizard. He was being chased away. The origin of their faith prophecy, that is what I'm revealing unto you. Their God faith woefully over here. You cannot take the covenant and the blessing and the glory of the earth because it belongs to the true one living Yahuwah, not to foul spirit demons. Their faith prophecy origin. Okay, you can get this account also in Genesis 25. I quickly want to read where Father Abraham sent the children of Keturah to an Islam. Okay. This is the book of Yashar, chapter 25. And this book of Yashar, a lot of, the popular royal law we carries, that is First Samuel, chapter 1, verses 18, make references to the book of Yashar. Joshua, chapter 13, verses 10, also make references to the book of Yashar. 2 Timothy, chapter 3, verses 8, also make references to the book of Yashar. So I'm reading from the book of Yashar, verses 1. And it was at that time that Abraham again took a wife in his old age, and her name was Keturah, from the land of Canaan. When you read do you know Canaan always have this sex perversion? Father sleep with children, children sleep with mother. It is all, we see this one powerfully in the religion of Christian, sex perversion. So I'm not going to be calling the 6 names, so you can read about Keturah bore Father Abraham 6 children. They are the largest. That's why Christian is the largest religion on this planet. Now, verses 4. And the sons of Ishak. No, I'm not going to be reading any of those things. No time. Verses 6. And Abraham sent all this away, and he gave them gift. And they went away from his son Isaac to dwell wherever they should find a place. And all this went to the mountain at the east. And they built themselves cities, 6 cities in which they dwell until these days. So to the east, to where? To the east. Where is east? All right, Ezekiel chapter 8, verses 15 through 16. This is the list of abominations. Which one is the greater one? Listen. And he brought me into the inner court of Yahuwah's house, and behold, at the door of the temple of Yahuwah, between the porch and the altar, were about 25 men with their backs towards the temple of Yahuwah and their face towards the east, and they worshipped the sun towards the what? East. So it's worshiping sun today. I know when the sun go down, this is the origin of their faith prophecy. When the sun go down, Islam, the moon will take over. The moon govern the sun. Islam will take over. That is in Revelation 9. That is in the Revelation 9. It said darkness, great darkness came out from this bottomless pit, and that darkness darkened the sun. Islam is going to darken Christian. The origin of their faith prophecy. So when we just read Ezekiel, what was that part? It is Babylon. Christians are mystery Babylon. Who is Babylon? What is Babylonia? Now, the former Babylon is pure pagan idol worship. You will see that one in Genesis chapter 11. They always build against Tabernacle. They have never ever remained under Yahweh instruction. Rather, they always bring, just like Christians. Yahweh said keep Sabbath. They said no. They're going to keep some. Now, when you also go to Revelation 17, you're going to see mystery Babylon there. So what make it a mystery? This is the mystery behind that. The origin of their faith prophecy. The mystery over here is that this religion are still pagan, but they not carry Bible to mask it up. In order for you to deceive you, for you to be seen that they are going to, they lead you to no heaven. They are leading you into a great horror of darkness, which is Islam, the Sharia law, the great tribulation. Are you building your ark? Which ark are you building? Now listen, 1 Kings chapter 18, verses 19, I take it from them. And now therefore send and gather to me all Yahweh unto Mount Carmel, and the prophets of Baal 450, and the prophet of the groves 400, which eat at Jezebel's table. These are Jezebel's religion. Revelation 2 make it so clear. You seduce my people with the food of fornication. That is where Keturah came from. They always have sex with their father, with their mother, with their children, with their boy. That is what is going on in the land of Canaan. Sex perversion. Now 20. So Ahab sent unto the children of Israel and gathered together. Altogether is 850 prophets of Baal. We want to test power. Why did Prophet Eliyahu do this challenge? Because he saw in Genesis 15 that only Abayawa used fire to condemn. Let me tell you quickly. If the prophet of Baal Peor actually know they are serving devil, they will never dare pick up that challenge with Elijah. They won't. They themselves thought they are also worshiping Yahweh, but in another dimension. Why? Because Ahab is the king of Israel. Why? Jezebel is the queen of Israel. So they also thought best, okay, this is another form. They all want to worship Yahweh. They never knew they were worshiping demons like Christians today. Then we keep Shabbat, they will say, it doesn't matter we are serving one God, we keep some. It doesn't matter, it's just one God, he created all. That was what these people also, all 850 prophets of Baal also taught in their mind. If they know they were worshiping demon, and that demon is not going to answer them by fire, you think they will pick up that challenge. In fact, they were also there to body shame Elijah. But they never know it was the end of the matter. Prophecy 21. Elijah came and told the people and said, how long at ye between two opinions? If Yahweh is God, follow him. But if Baal, then follow him. And the people answered him not, because they thought they will say, what is this? You are just being judgmental. Yahweh is also God. Yahweh is also Baal. It doesn't matter. We can also call him Poco Jesus. It doesn't matter. It's just one person. Elijah now says, it's not so. Likewise do I. Poco Jesus and Yahushua, they are not the same. 22. Then said Elijah unto the people, even I, remain a prophet of Yahweh. I'm just one. But Baal's prophet are 450 plus the other one 850, 23. And let them give us 2 bullocks, and then choose 1 bullock for themselves and cut in pieces. You see the pieces, and lay it on wood and put no fire under. And we will dress. Okay, it just give it because I'm also running out of time. 24 now. And call on the name of your gods, and I will call on the name of my God. And any God who answered by fire, let him be God. And all the people answered him, said it was well spoken, because we want to see the difference. How can you be saying Yahushua and Jesus, they are not the same? What is the difference now? But they are the same now. We are worshiping one God now. And what is the meaning of that? Now Elijah said unto the prophet of Baal, choose 1 bullock. Okay, they begin to do the dress. Let's go to where their prayer started. 27 now. Okay, 26. And they took the bullock, which was given them, and they dressed it, and called on the name of Baal. From money, you're going to be calling Jesus from money to know nothing will happen. From money, even unto news, saying, oh, Baal, answer us. But there was no voice, because Yahweh is not going to answer. Neither can Poco Jesus answer, because it's the name of other God. Because Yahweh is not Baal, nor any that answer. And they leaped upon the altar which were made, and it came to pass at the new Elijah, like a mocking Jesus, Elijah now began to mock them and said, cry aloud, for he is a God. Come on now, Jesus is a God. Cry aloud. He can't answer no prayer. Let me quickly rush to where it's important. All is so important. Now they now begin to shed their blood. They now begin to use cutlass to slaughter. They shed their blood for Jesus. Like you people, you will insult me, call me all kinds of names. Jesus don't regard any nonsense. He don't regard it. If I swear for you, that's what will kill you, because Jesus cannot save you. They shed their blood, but Jesus don't care. 29. And it came to pass where the midday was past, and they prophesied until the time of the evening offering of the evening sacrifice, that there be no voice, nor any to answer, nor any that regard. They prophesy from morning till evening. Which one is the evening sacrifice? Let's quickly rush that to the New Testament. That is where the judgment is. That is what you are about to see now. Before you can differentiate from Jesus and Yahushua, that they are two different messiahs. So their prophecy continued to this very moment we are still speaking, because they are so shameless. He said they continue prophesying, even though they see that the one they are calling is not answering them, but they still keep on prophesying. Now listen, Matthew 21 verses 7. No, excuse me, Matthew 7:21 through 23. And not everyone that saith unto me, Adonai, Adonai, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. That will is from Genesis to Revelation. Okay. Now 22. Many will say to me that day, Adonai, Adonai, have we not prophesied in thy name, Baal, in thy name cast out devils, really, in thy name do many wonders. 23. There is the judgment, until the evening sacrifice. And then will I prophesy unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that walk iniquity, you sinner. You sinner, get out of here, I never knew you. So that is the judgment. When you also go to Matthew 25, you will also see they were being cast into fire, the foolish five virgins, they were being rejected. I never knew you. That is the judgment. Romans chapter 1, verses 21 through 25, you will also see that the judgment. Revelation 22, verses 10 through 12, you will also see the ye workers of iniquity. What is iniquity? You lawless one, you that breaks the law. They said Jesus destroyed the law. That's why they are not. They said they don't keep